Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for September 14th, 2023. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, let's just do some normal scanning here. If there's any to find. There aren't any repeated digits up here, so really the only thing to look for is if there's any crossings. So by crossings, what I mean is we have two digits. A good way to find crossings, I should say, is we have two digits in the same row or column in a box. So in this case here, they share the same row. So what we want to do is we want to look at the column they're not in. We want to look for any digits that aren't already placed in the box. In this case, we have the 9 and the 5. Then we want to look at the two rows that they're not in, and we want to look for a repeat, either a 9 or a 5. And unfortunately, there isn't any, so we can't do anything with that. But if there was, then we get something nice. A nice present from the Sudoku fairy. All right, I do have 2 4s. I might as well mark that. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next band just because I don't really think there's anything to find up here at the moment. Let's see. Any repeats? Yeah, 5s repeat. Oopsie, I highlighted way too many cells. Oh, yeah, that 5 looks up. Oh, we have this 6 looking in and this 6 looking down. And so that means that there's only one place for 6 in the box. I've got this 2 looking in, so there's a 2 in one of these two. One thing I'm looking at is how these digits affect this row. We already have the 9 in the row, the 7 in the row, and the 6, unfortunately. So it's just the 4. So there's 2 places for 4 in this row. Okay, that's too many to do anything with. Oh, I do have these 2 5. Oh, I already did that. Never mind. Oh, 2 7s. Okay, we can mark these 7s. Why does it feel like there ought to be more to find here? I don't know. There's so many digits. I guess these 6s join forces to make a 6 up here. This 8 and this 8. Ah, yeah, this is actually a crossing if I had looked for it. So this is how you would maybe find it, is we have this 9 and 6 in this box. They share a row. So we want to look at the column that they're not in. In this case, we're looking at the 8 and the 1, which are not placed in this box yet. And then we look at these rows and we look for repeats. In this case, we don't find a 1, but we do find an 8. So we look at these 2 8s, and sure enough, 8 is limited to these 2 in this box. That is going to do what's called pointing, where these 8s look in, this 8 looks down. And that's actually really nice. That limits 8 to the same 2 cells that 5 was limited to. If you have 2 digits limited to the same 2 cells, and we know that from our corner marks, we can convert those corner marks to center marks to designate that that is actually a hidden 5-8 pair. Very nice. And it looks like 1, 2, and 3 are what's remaining. That's not a 2. Okay. That seems pretty good. But where's 1 in this row? Look at that. We have this one looking here and this one looking down. And the 5-8 means that these are not 1s. So the 1 has to go here. These are not 1s. So that's now a 2-3 pair. Okay. The remaining 2 digits here, I know 1's a 4. 3 and 4, in fact. Okay. Okay, what else can we do here? Did that help us with anything? That may be... Oh, actually, I do have 2 9s here, but I think that may be all there is to find. Let's actually move on, and we'll come back when we run out of stuff to do. Do these ones do limit 1 to one of these 2. That's pretty nice. 2 4s. Put 4s over here. Those are the only repeated digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay. Any crossings? Yes, we have the 5s crossing. So you can see in this column, right? We found the 5. In this row, we found the 5. The 4 is not interesting because there's already 4 in the box. But 5 is limited to these 2. So then those can join up. If these 5s point over, this 5 looks down. putting a 5 in one of those two. Okay, I think that's all we get horizontally. I'm going to look vertically now. Are there any repeated digits? We have the 4s. So 4 is in one of these two. I really don't think there's much to do here. Let's move on. Okay, I have these two 6s looking down. So there's a 6 here. Okay, so in this column, we need a 3 as well. Yeah, we can do it with the boxes as well. This 2, 3 looks up and this 3 looks up. So now we have these 3s and 4s overlapping, just like we had the 2 3s overlapping. So this is a 3 4 hidden pair as well, which makes this a 2 6 hidden pair, except we have a 2 looking in. So this is the 6 and this is the 2. These could not be 2 because then we wouldn't be able to put 3 and 4 in this box. We'd be able to place one of them, but not the other. All right, so what does that do? 6s now look into this box to place this 6. And there's a 6 down here somewhere. What else can we do with 6s? These 6s look up. 6 looks over. 6 in one of these two. Oh, we have this 2 and 3 now that look into this box. That means this is a hidden 2 3 pair. It's the only place for 2 and 3. And of course, we have this 2 as well. So suppose I could have just placed the 2 and then placed the 3, but why do easy thing when hard thing is there? This is a triple now. It looks like 5 7 9. And so the remaining digits for the row are 1 4 and 8. That's not a 4. Okay. How about for this row? We need 1 3 and 9. Clean up a little bit. For this box, we need 1 7 8 9. Cleans up a bit. Oh, but 7 in this row is placed because this 7 is taken out of all 3 of these. So that's a 7. Right, I should have seen the 5 7 9 looking in with the 7. That's all right. I found it via the row. I don't think there's much to say about 7s, is there? Oh, 7 is placed up here. It has been the whole time. These 7s now look over. Puts a 7 one of these two. All right, so now we have these 7s line up. What do I mean by line up? I basically mean in box 1 and in box 4, the 7s don't go in column 3. So there's two ways to think about this. There's sort of the X-wing logic, and there's the more direct claiming logic, or in this case, hidden single logic. So the kind of more complicated X-wing logic that some people like better for whatever reason. I mean, I'm not judging. Some people like the logic better. It's easier to sort of spot, I guess. I feel like the logic is more complicated to explain, but once you internalize it, it's not that hard to understand. So let me attempt to explain this. In these two columns, we only get 2 7s, right? This is the way it generally goes. One of those 7s has to be in box 1, and one of those 7s has to be in box 4, which means for columns 1 and 2, we're not allowed to have 7s in box 7, or we would have too many 7s in those columns. We only get 2 of them. One of them's definitely here, and one of them's definitely here. That's both of them. So these cannot be 7, and the result is we get 5 7 9. Alternatively, you can go, hey, there's no 7s here, and there's no 7s here. So we need a 7 in column 3, and it has to be coming from box 7. This box here has to be coming from this box. And so that means this has to be the 7 for the column. Or alternatively, if that 2 3 wasn't there, we'd be claiming the 7 for the column. Either way, these still wouldn't be able to be 7. So that gives you the 5 and 9 in the same way. These 5s now look up. There's a 5 somewhere over here. Okay. what are we going to do now? I think we're going to keep scanning columns. Let's fill this column. We need 1, 8, 9. That's not a 9. The 9 goes up here. It feels like I should be able to get more out of this. It really does. But maybe not. Okay, well, let's look at the rest of the columns. I feel like I already kind of did this. What are these 4 digits? I might as well fill them. We need 1, 2. We have 3, 4. We need 5 and 9. Okay, those aren't 1s. The 1's up here. So that's not a 1. Because the 1 has to be up here. It doesn't seem to help much. I guess it means 1's in one of these two, but yeah, better than nothing. All right, let's look vertically here. Okay, we have another one of these cases. This 6 looks into this box here, right? So this is kind of a more difficult version of that to spot. But if you have this, I had these 6s cornered here, and I saw that this 6 takes it out of here. So that's kind of how I spotted that. But it's the same explanation as these 7s. Columns 8 and 9 only get 2 6s. And we know that one of them comes from box 3 and one of them comes from box 6. Box 3 does not get a 6 from column 7. Box 6 does not get a 6 from column 7. And so in this column, we need a 6 to be coming from a box 9, and there's only one place for it. So this is a 6. These are not 6s. That took the place of a 5 corner mark, so that's a 5. And in fact, 5 in this column now can only come from right here. And then this is, what, 3, 4, 9? Looks like it can be any of those. That 5 looks left. And so now we have a hidden 5-6 pair over here. The 5-6 corner marks overlap exactly. They did not previously, because the 5 could have escaped to this cell, but now it can't. So this is a hidden 5-6 pair, which importantly means this can't be a 7. If this was a 7, I would not be able to place 5 and 6 in the box, only one of them. And you have to be able to place both. So that's not a 7, which does place both of these 7s. Okay, how are 7s doing? 7s are done. This column seems to be doing pretty well. We need 2, 3, 4. So the 2 has to go here. And then this is 3 or 4. Oh, it's not 4, right? There's a 4 in the box. So that's 3, that's 4. Alrighty. I think we are finishing. And as always, near the end, our red marks carry us to the end, just to save some time. It's sort of simulating the extra length of time we would have to spend just scanning. The rest of this puzzle is just gonna collapse. I'm positive of that. What do we need in this box? We need 1, 8, and 1, 3, and 8. So the 3 is only here. This is 1 or 8. These 2 digits are 1 or 6. All right, haven't found what we're doing yet. What are these for the column? 1, 2, 8, 9. So the 2 has to go here. That gives us the 5 and the 2, the 6 and the 5. This is 1, 8, or 9, as is this one. But you can see this is only 8. 1 and 9, that's an 8. 1 and 8. All right, yeah. This was an interesting puzzle. We had quite a few hiddens in this puzzle that were not necessarily easy to spot. A good use of the lining up logic to find hiddens, as well as lining up corner marks to find hiddens. So that's a big advantage of our corner marks, is it sort of hands us those hidden pairs in a lot of ways. Okay, this box needs a 3, which can only go there. The box needs a 4. Goes up here somewhere. The box needs a 6 and a 9. What are we doing here? This is the 6. And that's the 9. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, not much else to say about this puzzle. It feels like the normal scanning didn't get us a whole lot. I think the 7, getting that 7 earlier would have been nice. But yeah, once I found this 7, that actually gave us these lined up 7s. And then that finished this triple, if I recall it correctly. We also found this. Oh, it was actually hidden. It was the hidden 5-8 pair that gave us this 2-3 pair, right? Oh, it gave us the 1 in this row, which gave us this 2-3 pair. We had this hidden 3-4, which gave this 2 and 6. And then I guess the other key spot was this hidden 6 in this column, and then this hidden 5. I feel like those were the key spots of the puzzle. I maybe am not remembering everything, but anyway, pretty neat puzzle. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.